Once a child came to visit his monk during his summer holidays. He used to play with his monk all the time. One day he said to his monk, "When I grow up, I want to become a successful man. Can you tell me some ways to be successful?" The monk nodded, yes, and took the student with him to a nearby nursery. From the nursery, the monk bought 2 small plants and came back home. Then he planted one plant in a pot and kept it inside the house and planted another one outside the house. What do you think? Which of these 2 plants will grow better in the future? The monk asked the student. The student kept thinking for some time and then said, "The plant inside the house will grow better because it is safe from every danger, while the plant outside is at risk of many things like strong sunlight, storms, animals, etc." The monk smiled and said, "Let's see what happens in the future." After that, the student left with his parents. After 4 years, the student came to visit his monk again. When the student saw his monk, he said, "Monk, last time I asked you some ways to be successful, but you did not tell me anything. But this time you have to tell me." The monk smiled and said, "Sure, but first, let's take a look at the plants that we bought a few years back." Saying this, the monk took the student to the place where he had planted the small plant in a pot. They saw that the plant had turned into a tree. Then he took the student to look at the plant which they had planted outside. There they saw that a huge tree stood. Its branches spread far and wide, providing shade to passers-by. Now, the monk looked at the student and asked, "Tell me which plant grew more? Which is more successful?" The student replied, "The one we planted outside." "But monk, how is this possible? That plant must have faced so many dangers. Still, it grew so big." The monk smiled and said, "Yes, the plant outside had to face many things. But dealing with problems had its benefits too. Plants outside had the freedom to spread their roots as much as they wanted. Problems like storms made its roots stronger. Today it is so strong that a small storm cannot cause any harm to it. Student, what I am about to tell you, always remember it. Then you will be successful in whatever you do in life. If you always make comfortable choices, then you will not be able to grow as you can. If you are ready to face this world, despite all the dangers, then no goal is impossible for you to achieve. Never think of problems as hurdles, but think of them as steps towards success." The student took a long breath and stared at the tree, and he understood his monk's words, obstacles which we consider enemies in life. The same obstacles make us stronger and more successful in life. Similarly, our life is like a great adventure, filled with twists and turns that might seem like obstacles blocking our path. But guess what? These obstacles are like puzzles, waiting to be solved. Just think about it. When you play a game, the fun part is figuring out how to overcome challenges. Life works the same way. Each hurdle you face is a chance to learn, grow, and become even stronger. So don't let these roadblocks discourage you. Embrace them, tackle them, and watch yourself level up in the game of life. You've got the skills, determination, and spirit to conquer anything that comes your way. Hope you gain some value from this story and try to implement it in your life. And always keep rising.